you are a completely different. The person you were is dead. The person you were when you were a child just doesn't really live anymore. But like, all you have are those objects. So like, I mean, it seems almost crazy that you would throw them away, or at least not hold on to. You got to hold on to something. I feel like. Yes, like next to my bed, there are two little drawers. The second drawer down has all these candles in it. And when I was somewhere between being a sophomore and a junior in high school, I I was in love with this girl, and she would buy me candles. A very strong scent association, I guess, between her and them. I couldn't really get rid of them. I don't open that drawer a lot, you know. It's like after you read a book, and like you really enjoyed that book, but like you're done with it, you're probably never gonna read it again. You're not gonna throw that book away, you know. You put it on a shelf.
Yeah, I don't know. My heart's fucking beating because I hate looking at these, but like also super fucking weird. They're all stamped the same fucking Worcester County Jail, and like the date. I think I can just keep them because it's like I can't give them away. I have some weird attachment to them. It feels like they're almost like evidence that like it was good at times. There was hope. It's a lot of anxiety. I felt so much anxiety at the time. Looking back on there, it's a different kind of anxiety. It doesn't feel like myself looking back on it. I feel like you look back a year ago, and I see myself as someone different every single year because you grow so much. It's like especially things that hold so many memories. You're like, I wasn't me when I wrote that. Like that's completely separate. Like this is not him who he is today.
Yeah, my grandfather on my father's side, so my dad's dad. When I was youngin', he used to he used to like writing stories. He was pretty traditional. But one year like that, when I was probably around 5 or 6, he collected all his stories that he'd written over the course of my lifetime. That he's told me, and recorded himself doing it. So he put it on a CD or cassette tape, and I would listen to it literally every night when I go to bed. Unfortunately, my grandfather was diagnosed with Alzheimer's when I was like 10. Over the course of like 4 years, he went from grandpa to being, you know, a body with no mind in it. So I still keep those stories. It's still on my iPod I have back home. My favorite song by The Gorillaz, Fire Coming Out of a Monkey's Head, which is literally just, it's a short story, eerily similar to the ones my grandfather told. Whenever I listen to it, I think about, you know, the iPod and the short stories my grandfather told me.
I think the thing in my room that brings me the most joy is probably this four-leaf clover that I found the other day. I don't know, I was looking for a couple weeks and I finally found one. It was like a great moment. I think back to that moment, but also that day. That was the day my friend Abby hit me up. Since the summer, she's been looking for this song that I played just at this perfect moment on the beach one time. And the next day and weeks after that, and randomly she'll hit me up. What's that song? What's that song? Like, finally she hits me up this one day and is like, I found the song, like, but it was, I don't know, it's just crazy. She was like, yeah, this is it.
I live in a haunted house. One time, we had two exorcists come to the house. Like, you don't have to pay them, they just take donations. They got to my house, and my mom met them, and they came inside, and they were setting up all their equipment and stuff. And they asked everybody to leave the house for a little bit. And my mom asked them how it went, and the main woman told her everything went fine. And my mom went to give her money, and the main woman said that they did not accept donations. And she was like, hey, I'm not supposed to talk about it with you, but I would feel bad not letting you know that whatever's in your house is not coming out. But we're going to give you these medals that your family should keep around to protect yourselves. So I have that's hanging in my car. Car's my safe zone.
Usually things with good memories make you feel worse, and things that are bad memories, when you look back on it, you feel better. So I think it kind of works like that. Like, the most negatively charged object is an object I probably got when I was in my happiest. I think the most negatively charged object I still have in my room would definitely have to be a grinder, because I had it with, like, back when I hung out with my friends that I got arrested with. And now I look back on it, just thought about how one of them, like, sold me out to the police. And so it's just kind of like, I won't even use that grinder. I don't know. Shit went down, and now it's not a happy thing anymore. Even though it's not, like, a good feeling for me, and it's not a happy feeling, it's still a feeling. And, like, I don't know, you got to take the goods with the bads, or else the goods won't mean anything.
I curate my room for my happiness. Like, I wake up and there's my art on the walls, like the first thing I look at. I don't think my art brings me happiness, but like comfort. Like I like my All Kinds of Kinds print with all the faces on it, because like if I'm on my stomach when I'm sleeping, or if I wake up on my stomach, I can just like, that's the first thing I see when I wake up. It's just like all those different faces. And sometimes when it's dark, like I don't even have to, I just know the pattern so well. I know each face. But like I have a box of things that reminded me of my old friends or my ex-boyfriends. I just have a box of things that sometimes they're painful to go back and revisit, but I just like knowing that that has happened to me and it's a part of who I am. But I'm not going to display it. Like, it'll be under my bed in a box somewhere. The box stays with me. But I'm not actively thinking about taking it with me. It's just automatically like, this is my stuff. Like, I'm taking this with me.